Bo Sports Group. We're all set for match day 2 in the U16 Super Black Group between the San Diego Surf and West Coast FC. I'm your host, Mark Serban. It's a pleasure to be with you at the Soccer Loco Surf Cup as West Coast FC coming in after a 3-1 loss versus the San Juan Spirits yesterday, where the San Diego Surf side played to a 0-0 draw against Crossfire in its first match. For both of these teams, it's the first of 2 matches today, and it's huge as only the winner goes through to tomorrow's semifinals as we're underway here in Oceanside. It is West Coast FC in the white with the blue hoops attacking to your right, and the San Diego Surf in their all blue kits with black socks attacking to your left. San Diego Surf comes into this tournament ranked 3rd in California, 13th in the region, and 45th nationally. While West Coast FC is ranked 2 in Cal South, 12th in the region, and 39th in the nation. So a good battle on hand here this morning. It's coming up this afternoon. West Coast FC will face off against Crossfire Premier, while the San Diego Surf will have to take on the San Juan Spirits. But right now, they need to get the result here in order for that last game to matter for both these teams, as the goal kick is taken long. D. Colobus will take the throw in for West Coast. Swinton overtakes. That's a lovely touch back. Getting forward is Osorio. Plays it up for the target woman. It's a good ball threaded through, and the chance could be on here. And getting in to make the block is Paige Linden. Had some huge interventions yesterday against Crossfire to preserve that 0-0 draw. And doing the defensive work early on again. So the first corner kick of the game for West Coast FC. Players beginning to crash the box. Ball has a high trajectory. The keeper's missed it, and it's cleared off the line. Still might be something on here. Pinballing around in the box. And the shot comes in and just skips past the far post. West Coast FC with good early opportunities. And now the center referee coming over to have a word with his assistant on this near side. Chloe Friesengold played the first half yesterday against Crossfire and really stood on her head, making some big saves. Now Free's being told that she has to wait till the assistant referee is ready to take the goal kick. Referee making sure everything's in order. It'll be take 2 for Freeze. Swinton able to touch it on. Fisher is able to get it over. And skipping inside is Mendoza. Oh, and Swinton could be in here, hooked away from her just in time. Lindham tried to play it down the line, but out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for West Coast FC. Fourth minute, still scoreless between the San Diego Surf and West Coast. U16 battle here in bracket C of the Super Black Group. As Vivian Mike gets the header in. Lindham steps in. Just over the head of Ferguson. And Lindham tried to play it line. Maybe there you want to just let that ball go out of bounds, let your team set up and have that throw in. Of course, all depends on the situation. Sometimes you want to play as quickly as you can. Launch forward. That's a good ball in from Mike. Little touch off. Fisher on this near side, unable to track it down. It'll be another thrown for Osorio. Checking in is Reagan. She tried to find Ferguson, but instead Mendoza trying to chase it down. It's won by Medley on the far side. So this one comes all the way back to the keeper. Near side Osorio. Brings it under control. Vaca checks in. Trying to spin Lindham. Able to get a foot in, but West Coast will maintain possession. And Vaca again. Reagan. Well, it's a threatening run down the far side, but well defended. And this is Reagan again. Bayer, a tireless worker. Swinton helping her out up top. It's the two forwards in this 4-4-2 formation. Oh, and that's a lovely touch on. And the chance could be out here for West Coast FC. Flying into the boxes, Medley. And just enough to put her off. And sneaking just wide of the post. It's going to be the second corner kick of the game for West Coast. As Medley came flying down that far side. Worked her way in. But the defense doing just enough. So this one will be an in-swinger from the far side. This one played more toward the near post. Ferguson was flying in. Smash clear. Reagan. Mendoza doing the defending on the far side, and she's going to be called for a foul. It's the assistant referee who put his flag up. Free kick quickly taken. Osorio showing out wide. Rashid. And a good job by West Coast to work the ball from side to side around the back. Now they're able to get their wing back forward here. Herrera. Ferguson dispossessed. Correction, it was Reagan. Turner looking for the flick on. And now it's Swinton to chase. In a foot race with Rashid. And Rashid does well to get her body in between Swinton and the ball. And she was able to play it off Swinton, so she wins the throw in as well. That's excellent defending. And now they're going to say it's a free kick. Didn't really see anything wrong in that tackle from Swinton. Vaca able to touch it on. Ward. Well stepped in by Herrera. Out to the far side for Medley. Has Turner in the middle, but can't get to it in time as it's cleared away. Vicky Nielsen getting there first. Now the center referee having some words with Lewis Hunt, the head coach of the San Diego Surf. West Coast doesn't care. They just play on. Surf could hit on the break. Byer has Swinton ahead of her. And stepping in to make the challenge was Clawbo. Byer able to keep it. Forward for Swinton. That ball was fizzed in. She did really well to bring that down. Unable to fight her way through the double team, and Reagan overtakes. Medley has been menacing on the wing. Now she cuts inside. Has Vaca out wide. Vaca will track this down. Has space for the cross. Plays it in. Freeze comes out. Elects to punch. And just too many blue jerseys in the way. Freeze off her line. And the opening goal for West Coast. It was Herrera. Found the corner beautifully. The San Diego Surf were trying to scramble it clear, and just not enough. Too many attempts where they were able to get their foot on the ball, but were only able to poke it out, not able to get it up and away, and Herrera punishes them, and it's 1-0 West Coast. And this is Vaca. It was her cross that started the mayhem. Well stepped in, but now the San Diego Surf need to get players forward, need to start pressuring the ball. Rashid brings it up. Ferguson. And played forward by Osorio. Bought down by Turner. Asking a bit too much of Vaca there, as it will go out for a goal kick. 12th minute, West Coast has a 1-0 lead. Would say it's early days here, but just 30-minute halves. So we're already a third of the way into this first half. Herrera with the game's lone goal for West Coast. As Freeze finally beaten after getting the clean sheet yesterday in that 0-0 draw with Crossfire. Header won by Osorio over Fisher. Vaca brings it down. Such good skill on the ball from Vaca. Excellent technique on the turn from Reagan as well. And the outside back getting forward in Clawbo. And it's a dangerous ball in. And that's a better clearance from the Surf this time around to get the ball up to Bear. And Byer able to keep possession. Long ball searching for Swinton. And a good job by Mike to not allow that ball forward from Ferguson. Has to get it back to Osorio. Fisher doing the chasing. Vaca skips past Linden. Vaca looking to drive. Oh, that's a great ball into the channel. And Lindham gets there before Ferguson to make the clearance. But tremendous vision from Vaca there, and a great run made inside. West Coast FC's movement off the ball has been excellent in this early going. This will be a throw-in. Usually these come toward the edge of the box, or if you can get it in, then you want to have a player kind of flick it back further into the mix. This one played short. I was looking for the cross from Osorio, but it's poked away. Hooked in by Ferguson. Flicked on by the goal scorer Herrera. Turner trying to get on the end of it. Vaca might. And too many blue jerseys for company as they're able to get it clear. Rashid. Mike is chasing, but Ferguson wins it. And now a chance for the San Diego Surf to get forward. 15th minute, 1-0 in favor of West Coast FC on a goal by Herrera. Swinton splits the defenders. Two players waiting to get on the end of it in the box. Pump back into the danger area, but it will go all the way through to the keeper. Mike gets the header. Skylar Herrera. Flicked on by Medley, but coming over in cover was Vicky Nielsen. And now we're going to have our first substitutions of the game. One player coming off for West Coast, the triple substitution for the Surf. Osorio. Vaca checks in. Ferguson. And Rashid smartly guides it back to her keeper. Played forward by Ward. Clearance comes right to Swinton. Unable to get by Rashid, and Ferguson came back to help out. Mike. Not a bad idea, but a good job to step into the passing lane and loft it forward, but over the head of Vaca. And Landrum chasing. Not a bad idea, sliding it through, perhaps a bit overcooked. Surf have done well, though. Once they find their radar, they'll be right back into this. As it's going to be a line change for West Coast past the midway point of this first half. One nothing. West Coast leads through a strike from Skylar Herrera. Substitutions all sorted out. We'll get back underway. Turner unable to get the flick. Landrum brings it down. Nielsen lofts it forward. Turner with time to turn. Has Medley outside. Was looking for that turn ball to Turner, but she didn't make the run. And we'll have more substitutions for both sides. So Morrison will have to wait to take this throw-in. As Byers going to come off. D'Arcangelo coming off as well. And Swinton's going to come off for Claiborne. So Claiborne makes her first entrance. What can she do up top? Morrison's thrown is a simple one. Rashid. That's a good job to check into that pocket of space. Just too many players to try and smuggle it through the channel, though. Over the head of Morrison, but Herrera steps in. And the Surf will continue to creep up the left-hand side via the throw-in. Claiborne chasing. She does enough to force the clearance out of bounds. Lindham trying to get the cross off. Didn't make proper contact. And good job by Landrum to try and keep that in, but it's going to go out for a goal kick. It's West Coast FC with the 1-0 lead as we head into the final 10 minutes of the first half regulation. There'll be another throw in for Morrison. Claiborne. Unlucky for Lindrum. Ball thrown over the head of Busick, looking for Turner. And flying forward is Liz Ramirez, and she does enough to win the throw-in for West Coast. And Morrison backing up like she's going to try and launch this one into the box. So you'll look for that player to make the run toward the edge of the box, and we'll try and flick it further into the danger area. And there's that ball to the first post. They don't get the flick, but Morrison can set herself up for the cross. Nice arcing. Fine at the loose ball. Oh, and miscommunication at the back. And able to keep it in the offensive end is West Coast. Finally hit clear. Claiborne Shields. Little touch out wide. Long ball looking up top for Kotsios. And Claiborne still chasing. It does enough to win the corner kick. So a chance here for the Surf from the set piece. Corner doesn't beat the defender at the near post. It's a battle between Busick and Landrum. Landrum shows her strength. Still going Landrum, and Busick commits the foul. So another free kick from a dangerous position for the Surf. Can they make these set pieces tell? Heading toward halftime. And the Surf looking for an equalizer. 5 players getting ready to make runs into the box. Oh, and it's over the keeper and into the net. It's a tremendous strike. It's Vivian Mike who gets the equalizer. Everybody expecting the cross, and Mike's went for the shot. Inch perfect, and we're level at 1. Game on here at Field 19 of the SoCal Sports Complex. Late in the first half, Vivian Mikes has canceled out Skylar Herrera's earlier goal for West Coast. And it's 1-1 between the Surf and West Coast. In the San Diego County versus Orange County rivalry. And stabbed out of bounds on the far side. Medley has been very dangerous, making runs all half long. Not only is it just down the wing, but if she's on the ball, her ability to cut inside and create as well. And cut inside, not only do you have shooting lanes or a chance to slip it through, but you also open up that space for somebody else to make that overlapping run on the wing. As that was catching practice for Freeze. Taking all 6 seconds and now putting it down on the floor. Turner deciding whether or not she wanted to pressure, but it's won back by DeVries in midfield. overtaken by the Surf, and a throw in won by Fine. Final 5 minutes plus change in the first half. 1-1 between the Surf and West Coast. And Medley not giving any free passes out of the back to the San Diego Surf side. But it will be a throw-in for the ladies in blue. It's a battle between number 2 Cal South and number 3 in Cal South, and West Coast coming in as the number 2 ranked team, and the San Diego Surf is the 3rd ranked team in the region, or in California, beg your pardon. San Diego 13th in the region, and West Coast 12th. So that just tells you how close these two teams are to each other, and it shows on the scoreboard as well at 1-1. One back by Claiborne. Slid inside. And quickly off her line is the keeper to take. Guided back to the keeper. Played right up the gut. Morrison trying to combine with Busick. Kotsios battling for it. And smashed forward. Landrum brings it down. Looking for Kotsios. Almost flicked it onto herself. Fine brings it under control. DeVise able to step in. Medley dispossessed. Good skill from Claiborne to get out of traffic. Once again, you see that direct style from the San Diego Surf. Medley looking to run. And Moore gets there first. Good defending from Aaron Moore. Waited for Medley to show a little too much of the ball, and that's when she stepped in. As Turner gets called for the high boot. So free kick out of the back for the San Diego Surf in the 28th minute. Good high pressure being applied from West Coast. Lindham into the channel for Landrum to chase. And Rashid gets there first. It's Rashid again. Has done an excellent job as the center back, not only on the defensive end, but also to get out wide to show for the ball as her wing backs go up, which is exactly what's required of the center backs in this modern game. No longer are they just stationed right in the heart of the defense, but they're also expected to get out wide and open up the field on the offensive end as Lindham shields her opposite number off the ball. Nice turn from Morrison. Herrera. Searching down the line for Busick. And it will go out of bounds for a West Coast throw-in as Morrison will jump into the attack. Well, she's got a throw on her, Morrison. And this time she'll use it to find an unmarked Herrera. Can shoot from distance, this time looking for Turner. It's a good flick on. Medley looking to turn, has that half yard of space, but frees at full stretch. Well, this is a tournament last year had over 450 college coaches. And many of them will no doubt be impressed by what Freeze did yesterday and has done here in this first half. So that will do it. A good first half comes to an end between the San Diego Surf and West Coast FC. 1-1, a fair score line after 30 minutes. And we'll have the second half for you right after this here on Sports Group. The 2016 San Diego Soccer Loco Surf Cup presented by Nike. And today's broadcasts are sponsored by San Diego Sports Commission, Maui Wow Hawaiian Coffees and Smoothies, Nike, play fast, train faster, Scouting Zone, Skills, Soccer Loco, Turbo Sports Group. Second half underway, 1-1 between the San Diego Surf and West Coast. As Osorio floats it forward. If you're just tuning in, West Coast are in their white jerseys with blue hoops, blue shorts and white socks. The San Diego Surf in all blue with black socks attacking to your right. It was West Coast who opened up the scoring just after the 10th minute mark through Skylar Herrera. But Vivian Mikes answered back with a set piece late in the first half for the San Diego Surf. San Diego Surf coming off a 0-0 draw yesterday with Crossfire Premier. Well, this West Coast FC side lost 3-1 to San Juan Spirits. So both teams needing the 3 points in this one heading into their afternoon tilts. And after this one, our coverage of the San Diego Surf Cup will continue with the San Diego Surf U17 women taking on the Davis Legacy out of Canada. And that one will be followed by the San Diego Surf U19s facing off against Slammers FC. So stick with us here on the San Diego Surf Cup's YouTube page, brought to you by Torbo Sports Group. So it's Vaca on the far side for West Coast FC. Arrowing her way in and trying to feed it to Turner, but it was well read by the San Diego Surf back line. Played forward by Ferguson. Clearance falls right to Vaca. Able to get some space from Linden, puts off the cross, but it will go out of bounds and it will be a goal kick for substitute keeper Sophia Howe, who just like yesterday split the halves with Chloe Fries. Over the head of Fine, Osorio wins it. Osorio has to get there before Claiborne. It's caused a lot of trouble since coming on as a substitute. And Rashid able to get it away. Vaca. Won by Kotsios. Claiborne's asking for it. Now she tries to slide it through. And still something could be on here. Finally hooked away. But good pressure from Claiborne. Kotsios as well. Fine. Able to catch up to it in time. And the cross isn't a bad one. Keeper has to stay on her line. But hooked clear again. San Diego Surf has really grown into this game. The ideas were there in the beginning, but they weren't connecting. Now they've started to connect. And it's been a much more even affair. As West Coast FC came flying out of the gates, but some last-ditch defending and great goalkeeping by Chloe Fries kept it 0-0 early on until Skylar Herrera broke the deadlock. Osorio getting forward. Medley, who was a handful in the first half. It's still Medley bulldozing her way through, but it's going to be a goal kick. As it was Cornell doing the defending. Header won by Herrera. Ball searching for Vaca. Reagan able to get it out wide. And it's a wayward cross, so it'll be a goal kick for Sophia Howe. Won by Ward, but Vaca picks up the pieces. Vaca eating up grass, puts in the cross. It's still Vaca. We'll have the throw in for West Coast FC. Grom gets it forward. Reagan spins and gets it out wide to Medley. Osorio with a good inside run. And Nielsen does just enough. It's Reagan again trying to weave her way through. Osorio with the early cross. Turner trying to get the flick on. Vaca kills it instantly, and it's a good shot, but right at a well-positioned Howe. Tremendous technique, though, by Vaca to bring that down, sort her feet out, and get off a good shot. He's a very skillful player, Vaca. Very lively as well. Good work by Cotsios on the far side for the San Diego Surf, and they'll win the throw-in. Shielded by Rashid. And back to Savannah Haig, who came in at halftime for Ellen Castro. Caitlin Cornell steps in. It's a good battle between Cornell and Medley. And this time Cornell wins it. It'll be a free kick. And right away it's the goal scorer, Vivian Mikes, over the ball. Probably not going to try to go for goal from this angle, but still a great crosser of the ball as well as a shooter. Medley being shown where 10 yards is from the referee. It's interesting there. I'm not sure whether Mike's asked for it or not. Well, it's a good service. Keeper elects to stay on our line. Still could be something on. Mike's will look to put it back into the mix. Turner sees the danger. And now the counterattack could be sprung here. Osorio motoring forward. That's great defending, not falling for the stepovers. You could see Fine there watching the ball and not the player's hips. That's exactly what you need to do. As a long shot comes in, right into the breadbasket of Howe. Long punt, right in the path of Claiborne. The flag stays down. Claiborne takes herself out wide with her first touch, and that killed the angle just a bit, but a good job to get the shot off. If she can get her first touch inside, she's one-on-one against Haig. Fine with the interception. She wanted to have a go, but stepping in is Herrera. Medley. Been very impressed with Malia Medley so far. She's also linked up well with Turner. Reagan joins the party. Good triangle set up there by West Coast FC, but it's one back on the far side. Farah Marzi steps in. Last name we were given for Malia Farah Marzi, the number 18, but head coach Gus Castaneda told us to call her Grom. And now substitutions to be made by both sides as Landrum and Cotsios head off for the Surf. And D. Colibus will come off as well for West Coast. Cornell begging for options. And Grom wins the throw-in. Medley. Helped on by Ward for the serve. Swinton back out onto the field. And she wins a free kick. Wants to take it quickly. Can she find something on the far side? There were runners. But now she's going to leave it off as more blue jerseys will get into the attack. And Cornell wants it on the near side. Good tracking back by these West Coast FC players. They do able to play it short, though, still, the serve. Claiborne. Oh, tried to slip it in for Swinton. And Swinton's in. Great save by Haig, coming off her line quickly. Ward heads it clear. Fine brings it under control. Out wide for Swinton. Swinton looking to take the space, works her way into the box. Rashid gets the challenge in. Bear on the far side. And the referee's going to stop play as Swinton is down. And the trainers will come out to check on Swinton. I hope that Maya Swinton's okay. It's been excellent up top. Very good with her hold-up play and also making runs to try and get in behind the back line. A great job by this Soccer Loco Surf Cup staff to get the trainers out right away, to get the cart out right away just in case. Swinton's going to be okay. She's not going to need that cart, but just that they got everything there so quickly speaks volume to this tournament's organization. And first aid and the way they take care of players. And, well, unfortunately, she is being carted off. And she'll be taken right to the first aid station. So not what you want to see, but still great response time. And we hope to see Swinton coming right back to the bench as quickly as possible. Reagan trying to find Medley coming in, and the clearance will come all the way through for Haig. Savannah Haig trying to find Medley with the punt. Claiborne's on as is Bayer. Couldn't keep her shot down. Lewis Hunt, head coach for the San Diego Surf, asking for his midfield to play a bit closer together, be more compact. Not allow this West Coast side to play through the middle. Especially want to win this first ball on the goal kick. Not allow the likes of Turner and Medley to be off and running. Herrera. Good tracking back from Claiborne. Played through for Bear. And seeing the danger was Haig. Quickly rolled out. And a great job from Osorio to chase that down and keep it in for West Coast FC. Now they can build their attack. Cornell steps in. Osorio with the interception. Reagan, love the way she operates in midfield. Finds the ball 1-2 touches and gets it right off her feet. Cornell with the clearance. And this one will roll all the way through for the keeper. 1-1 midway through the second half. Both goals coming in the first. Herrera opening the scoring for West Coast. Vivian Mikes with the response for the San Diego Surf. And now Vaca checks back in. As Medley's going to get a breather. Ferguson is looking for the run out wide. The San Diego Surf preparing another substitution. Morrison will take the throw in on the far side. Sorry. Bayer wins the header. And flying forward, Bayer. Claiborne's there as well, but it's poked away by Crom. Taylor fine. Bayer did well to stay on side. Has fine in support. Has to win it back, though. Good defending from Grom, or Osorio, rather. Vaca looking to run. So dangerous with the ball at her feet. Picks her head up and finds Reagan. Just a bit too far ahead of her. Osorio kept Claiborne on side, so now the two number twos are going to battle. And safety first from Osorio. But that pressure from Claiborne really paying off, and now the Surf have a chance to get more players into the danger area via the throw-in. Fine looking for Vivian Mikes. Good shielding from Osorio. For the Surf, they got the ball into this position. Now, how quickly can they play into space out of it? Well, it's going to be West Coast who can find the space. And the break may be on here. Four flooding forward for the West Coast. Reagan leading the charge. Slides it outside. Lindham is there, and she does the defending. Got all ball first, but did catch a lot of Malia Medley, but good to see her bounce right back up. Reagan checking in, but we know Morrison can launch these into the box. Can they make one of these long throws tell? Headed away by Vivian Mikes. Still fighting for it is Reagan. Able to poke it through. The shot comes in. And Sophia Howe makes the save, but at the expense of a corner kick. Certainly beats the alternative, though, that's for sure. Be an outswinger from the far side. Plenty of players to seek out in the box. The header's there, just mistiming the jump. The Surf flying out of the box. Osorio pumps it back in. Mendoza fighting for it. Bayer comes out of the scrap with it. And the long ball looking for the run of Claiborne. Smartly guided back to the keeper by Grom. And Claiborne forces the clearance right into Fine. Has the overlap from Bayer. Bayer plays it in top of the box. Claiborne has time to settle. Puts it back to Mikes. Didn't get the proper contact on it that she wanted. This game really opening up now. Space for Medley on the far side, working one-on-one against Lindham. It's been an excellent battle all afternoon. Medley has a step, gets in the cross, too close to the keeper. Good positioning from Howe. A tremendous distribution as well, right to the feet of Fine. Excellent ball into space for Bayer. Textbook one-on-one defending. Played through by Ferguson. Reagan now has space to run. Really end-to-end stuff in Oceanside. Cross just too far for Vaca, who will track it down inside the box. Top of the box. Ferguson can hit this. Now she's closed down. It's Reagan again, who's been pulling the strings in midfield all day long for West Coast FC. Herrera. This one will come back to Rashid. Herrera in the middle. Good save from Sophia Howe. As we're in the final 7 minutes. 1-1 between the San Diego Surf and West Coast FC. Won by Herrera, the goal scorer for West Coast FC. Because it was her strike that was Vivian Mike's free kick. And I love how Howe doesn't want to just punch it long. She wants to find the feet of a teammate. Substitutions being made for the home stretch. Fine and Mike's coming out, as well as Ferguson and Osorio. Bayer muscling her way through into the box. Rashid comes over to make the challenge. Have to be careful when you go shoulder to shoulder in the box, but it was a good defending from Rashid. And Claiborne unable to keep it in. The throw-in comes in from Clabo. Helped on by Bayer. And Savannah Haig keeps it on the deck. Gets it off to Rashid. And Rashid will play catch with her keeper. Aaron Moore steps in. Space for Ward. Byer on the overlap. Cornell sends it forward. And Clawbo helps it on out of bounds. Moore's going to leave this thrown off for Cornell. Cornell's throwing. Moore pushes it into the center. West Coast FC clear. 1-1 heading into the final minutes of this one. And the header won by Dakar Angelo. Twisting, turning is Reagan, able to get the ball down the line. Just past the foot of Turner. And headed away from Lindrum. Only as far as Moore. Asking for the run to be made down the far side. And it was well stepped in by the defender, Rashid. Lindrum chasing. Rashid uses her body so well to shield that ball and usher it out of bounds for a goal kick. So it's the final 2.5 minutes plus change. The game where both teams really need 3 points heading into their final group match. Clawbo dispossessed, able to win it back and keep it in. And Cornell doesn't allow her to advance any further down the line, but she will have the throw in, Clawbo. And slid out of bounds by Ward. So Clawbo will advance a further 5 yards. Will there be late drama here on Field 19 at the SoCal Sports Complex? DeVries tried to get it through. As stolen in midfield. Played through for Lindrum. Can she steal in between the center backs? And it's Rashid there again. Excellent technique on the defending. So good at playing the angles, Rashid. DeVries. Out wide for Busick. Skips past her defender, looking to get to the end line, and Lindum wouldn't let her go. It's a corner kick, though. Chance to steal a late winner here for West Coast FC. Rashid getting forward from her center back position. Liz Ramirez will come back and cover for her, as this will be an outswinger from the far side. Service so crucial here. It's a good ball. And something still may be on here. Finally wrestled clear. And Lindrum getting there before Ramirez. Now Lindrum looking to spring the attack for the San Diego Surf. And she does enough to win a throw-in. Now it's the Surf's turn to get forward. The assistant referee pointed the other way. Cornell gets a touch. Played into the path of Vaca. Little touch on for DeVries. Looking to engineer a bit of space. And Moore won't let her. And somehow that ball stayed in. And Howe just calmly picks it up. Taking all 6 seconds to let everybody get forward before booting it downfield. Play forward just on the wrong side of Lindstrom. So check of the watch from the referee. And it will finish 1-1 between the San Diego Surf and West Coast FC. So the Surf with their second draw in as many games. Well, West Coast FC picks up their first points of the tournament. The Surf will next face off against the San Juan Spirit at 3:30. Well, at the same time, West Coast FC will play Crossfire Premier. Goals coming in the first half from Skylar Herrera to give West Coast FC the lead. But then the San Diego Surf answered back late in the first 30 minutes with Vivian Mikes striking directly from a free kick. And that is all she wrote. So for everyone at Turbo Sports Group and the Soccer Loco San Diego Surf Cup, I'm Mark Serber signing off from Game 1. But we'll be right back with you for Game 2 between the San Diego Surf's U17s and the Degas Legacy. Stay with us. The 2016 San Diego Soccer Loco Surf Cup presented by Nike. And today's broadcasts are sponsored by San Diego Sports Commission, Maui Wow Hawaiian Coffees and Smoothies, Nike, play fast, train faster, Scouting Zone, Skills, Soccer Loco, Turbo Sports Group,